What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. So we recently got the new update for Pet Simulator 99 and we are on update 12. Now, I know everybody is probably exploring, trying to get keys for their clan, and possibly trying to get this new huge pet right over here. So, the new update consists of something that I know everybody is probably wondering, and most likely comparing with other YouTubers. And that is the exclusive enchantment, the quote-unquote, and I've been reading this everywhere, including Twitter, YouTube, on the Big Games Discord, my Discord, the superior mimic chest. Now, this is a premium priced enchant. We're looking at 2,600 Robux, but is this one of those books that will destroy the OG chest mimic? Now, I spent a few hours kind of testing this out, and I want to say about 2.5 hours of actually physically testing this book on and off with the mimic chest and with this book both included. Now, it's really interesting because this enchant caused a huge tank in the OG mimic book. So hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of it, because obviously right now it did go up in price, and I think this went all the way almost down to just 1 billion gems, if not very close to, and it summoned it all the way back up. And honestly, I'm seeing these actually rise up even more now, but let's go ahead and compare what these books do and what to expect with the superior mimic chest. So for this particular loadout, I'm using both the mimic books. This includes the OG one and the superior one. I just wanted to see what it would do if I had both of them inside and just basically just let it go crazy. So this is sped up, and I want to say this is about 30 minutes worth of just everything all together. Then eventually I wanted to take out the OG mimic book and just test the brand new one by itself and see what I got out of it. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I saw them pop up periodically, and, honestly, I thought it was going to be really slow, which, I don't like enchants that pop up really slow, so I do have to give it a thumbs up on how quickly it does summon out a new chest. And obviously, we have a new achievement section for the achievements. The more you break, the more rewards you get out of it. But eventually, I started to notice I couldn't tell what I was getting out of this versus what I was already breaking. So eventually, as soon as I started to notice that, I kind of took out my extra speed book and I replaced it with my OG mimic book to kind of see if there was any type of difference between the two. So eventually more time passed on and I kind of noticed that nothing was really changing. So I decided to test these side by side, and I mean singularly. So eventually I took my pets out and I wanted to tap on it to see what I get out of the boxes. So this is the single brand new superior mimic chest by itself. Now, this is actually what I got out of it. I got 4 items out of it. Now, I was a little confused at first. I was like, okay, I don't know what happened. So I brought out my pets again to hopefully summon a brand new one, and it was really quick. It took about like 5 seconds to bring out a brand new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap it again and see what ends up happening. And again, 4 items. But no way, I got an extra item. I got 5. But it was kind of a smaller upgrade of what the OG mimic chest gives you, which I'm kind of a little surprised, just a little bit. And I don't know if it's an oopsie daisy, we didn't get to upgrade it all the way, but this is the OG mimic chest, and we're gonna go ahead and break that one. And you guys already know how this one works. You get more items, and you obviously get potions, books, basically all the same stuff, but you end up getting more out of this one. Eventually, I kind of got curious and I went into the trade hub to see how much these were actually selling for, because the wrap hasn't really updated as of recently. The cheapest one that I found was the one that's shown right there for 550 million, with all of the other ones not even surpassing 1 billion gems. Now, of course, if Big Games ever wants to give this a humongous buff, so it is something that is worth buying, then it's gonna kind of be relying on just hopefully having faith in them actually buffing it. So it's kind of hard to say whether or not this is actually worth buying in gems right now and holding on to it and see if they actually give it a buff, because I can kind of seeing it maybe being one of those things where, okay, maybe if the community base kind of tells them like, yeah, this kind of needs to be fixed, I could see them quite possibly fixing this. But would this be something that is worth investing in compared to the chest mimic? Obviously, this is supposed to be better than the chest mimic, right? And the prices actually maintain their valuation for the original chest mimic and even surpassing the wrap value. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think about this. Obviously, when the game does update, when brand new enchants come out, especially one of this high of a caliber, I totally understand if maybe somebody might have blinked an eye and might have not paid attention to what exactly they were putting into it. And of course, this is always going to be trial and error. And I know the community base is probably really angry that they bought this book, but I know over time, if they choose to ever buff this book, maybe if you have the extra gems, and I'm only saying this only if you can afford it, you can hold on to this book. And hopefully, if it does get a good buff on it, maybe you'll be able to profit on the little items that pop out of it. Or if you just don't end up caring for the book, you can hopefully sell it for gems. But right now, it's going to be a little hard to sell this considering the fact that it only drops what it drops right now. So you have that choice of either desperately selling it ASAP before other players find out that the book isn't doing as well, or two, hold on to it and kind of wait it out and see what happens. This is supposed to be a superior book. This is supposed to be something that is supposed to be better than our current enchants right now. I mean, we just got to give it some time, right? For some odd reason, for whatever reason, I thought this book would actually drop more prison keys for some reason. I don't know why. It does not. Do not buy this book thinking that you're going to get a bunch of prison keys unless it actually does get a buff. If I could compare this book right now as it stands currently, I would compare this probably to your normal Lucky Block book and your Massive Comet book. Now, I know those two are very small baby books, and those are the ones that I told you guys to basically graduate from to buying the super boss ones and quite possibly saving for a super magnet. So, honestly, if you guys bought this book, please let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it. This book was actually given to me for free by Triple, so I don't really necessarily need to worry about something that was lost on my end. But given the opportunity to actually test this book out and actually give you guys the useful information for this, I greatly appreciate that. So hopefully you guys can make the decision based on what you're seeing right now, whether or not you want to invest in this currently as it is now, when it goes down lower in price, and hopefully that it does obviously it gets a buff, because it's right now 4 baby items, 4 baby potion and a 4 baby book. We're looking at something that has very good potential to grow if Big Games chooses to make the book better. So let me know down below what you think of the book. Let me know if you plan on investing on it. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everybody!